Hey guys, and welcome back to another episode of Let's Play Grandia 2. Today we're going to continue where we left off, which is we arrived at Ryudo's hometown, and we found out that he is basically a social outcast. This episode I'm going to try not to make as long as I did the last episode. I just lost track of time. But I want to be able to get in. I'm just gonna recover and then I can't remember if I did that last episode. I may have, I don't know. Anyway, I want to at least get to right before the Melphus fight. If it isn't the outcast himself, why are you here, Ryudo? You know you're not wanted, you don't belong here. I wish I could welcome you home, Ryudo, but the scars of the past are still too fresh and have yet to heal. Ryudo, you are no longer welcome here. We desire to forget what happened here. We desire to forget of you and your brother. Now leave this village. Melphus is here, I can feel it. But Melphus, where? Haven't you two brought us enough misfortune? Don't bother, I'm leaving as soon as I finish my business here. Very well, then leave the village in peace, but I must beseech you, bring no more misery upon us. Step 1 inch out of line and you'll pay, you and your good-for-nothing brother. I freaking hate Gata. How horrible. None of this could be Ryudo's fault. It was Melphus who caused all the trouble here, right? Save it, Elena. We do what we came here to do, and we leave. You're so freaking rude. To think that Ryudo and Gata used to be friends. Ryudo, why do they treat you in such a manner? Beats me. But this is your home. What could possibly happen here that could make everyone treat you like an outcast? Not worth repeating. Stop crying. Have you any suspicions as to where your brother may be, Ryudo? My old house. We begin there. The old house is right over where? Not here. I've lost my way in this village multiple times, so pardon me. This one. Which sky flies off. This was our house. Ryudo. There are other places to take the hunt. Meet with us in the inn. Come to you. My brother was always better with the blade than anyone else. He would have been a great sword master. How did he come then to be possessed by a Valmar? You don't understand. Melphus did it to himself. Everything. Ugh. To the inn, Merrick waits and Melphus will be found soon enough. Ryudo! Hey, Gata. You really think you can kill Melphus, your own brother? I have no brother. Melphus is a demon and I will kill him. You ran before. How do you expect to deal with him now, especially if he's a demon? No, I'll do it. I'll kill him myself. I'll be sure to inform the chief of your bravado. Stop it, Ryudo. Damn it, if you hadn't run away, if you'd only fought with me back then, everything would be different. Perhaps, but this is the now, and you have no hope of defeating Melphus, and even if you could, it would not amend a single blade of grass in this cursed town. Sir, he's right, you know. This village has been beaten, shamed. Just the mention of Melphus' name is enough to make us cower in defeat. When the village's greatest swordsman became possessed, we lost not only our sword of justice, but the ideals it stood for. Village of swordsmen, bah. Justice is something that cannot be stolen. It exists in your heart. Ideals can never be lost if you believe in them. Bah, what the hell do you know? Go. Ryudo waits. She always runs glitchy right there. Super weird. She always runs glitchy. Run back to the inn. If you hear a bunch of grunting and carrying on, that is my grandfather. He stays in a lot of pain and he tends to groan very, very loud. Hopefully you guys can't hear it because my door is shut, but if you happen to, I apologize. So you want to stay, you damn pariah. Merrick, how did it go? The scent of Melphus hangs heavy in the air. He is in this village. Of this I am certain. Melphus, you brought Melphus here? Ryudo has nothing to do with Melphus being here. Why must you persecute him? What has he done? This village is doomed, I fear. Our destruction is at hand. Why do you say this? Elena, forget about it. I do not understand. These are warrior people bound to the blade. Why then do they permit another to trample them underfoot as so many stones along a path? Merrick, their wounds do not pierce their flesh, but rather their hearts. I'll let you stay tonight, but you better leave in the morning. I was always not the biggest fan of Garland purely for this reason, because they treat Ryudo so bad.
I wonder what happened to Ryudo here. Is this really where he grew up?
Miss, do you really want to know what happened to Ryudo?
Who are you?
It does not matter. Do not look outside. Look and I will leave. One more thing. Do not repeat this to anyone. Understand?
All right. Just tell me, what happened?
Known as the Village of Swordsmen, this is where men came to polish their skills and pursue the way of the sword. Melphus and Ryudo were raised by the village chief after they lost their parents when they were young. The two began combat training and soon showed incredible progress. Melphus in particular became the greatest swordsman the village had ever seen.
Here we go, Ryudo. Ha! Not even close.
Ryudo spent all day, every day, practicing with his best friend, Gata.
Wouldn't know that by how he's treating him now.
Melphus was admired for being the strongest swordsman in the village.
Again, I apologize if you're my
Eventually,
grandparents.
Melphus became engaged to the village chief's daughter, Rena. The good-natured Rena was already like a sister to Ryudo.
Like this sword without a cloud. Like this blade pure and true. We shall become swordsmen,
powerful storm beset the village. From the altar of the idol came an unusual rumbling. The idol was a sword of such terrible power that it could only be wielded by the most powerful swordsman in the world. The sword was believed to protect the village from harm.
We all know how that goes, at least if you've played the game.
Rena went to the altar to quiet the angry idol. The villagers waited for Rena to return safely, but hope as they might, the strange rumblings did not cease. No one knew what happened to Rena. Thus began a terrible tragedy. When Rena did not come back, the worried village chief sent Melphus and a few other villagers to investigate. Yet the storm and rumblings only grew worse.
Hear about that? Just spikes. That's not good.
Ryudo silently trailed Melphus.
Wouldn't say silently,
And
but okay.
witnessed.
Melphus! Rena! Melphus!
And there's a big ol' mess.
It can't be. No. What? Melphus? How could you?
Ryudo wept at the side of the dead Rena. Her body lay, as it were, impaled upon the sword of Melphus. The villagers searched the island, but found neither hide nor hair of Melphus.
Oof.
Murderer,
What is this?
idol
Crooked.
thief. This is how Melphus was now known.
That's a little bit better. I was looking at it on my screen, it was kind of crooked.
Because of his brother, Ryudo could no longer live in the village. So he came to live as a geohound. That was about 3 years ago.
So up until now, Ryudo has lived bearing his own sorrow like that.
Betrayed by the brother he trusted most, he became leery of ever trusting anyone again.
It must have been hard, being driven into exile, living all alone. Poor thing.
You're understanding that. will make it all much easier on him.
Okay, I'm curious, based on the voice acting, and if you're familiar with the game, don't say it, because I want to know if people that have not played the game, who do you think the informant was? That's it, Grail Mountain. We're going to Grail Mountain. Melphus has got to be there. Let us move with the silence and certainty of day passing into dusk. You go into Grail Mountain, it's become so ugly that no one goes there anymore. We'll go to the place where the horns of Valmar are sealed, and then we'll settle this. So not spikes, horns. That makes much more sense. Alrighty, let me find a way to get up to where I need to go. I think this is it. Yep. If you're hearing noise, the bathroom is literally right behind the wall where the TV is, so apologies. Every time I see this, my brain goes Malice because of Breath of the Wild. How horrible. What is all this? A sign and a warning from the horns of Melphus. My village was left as such. I fear what may happen should Melphus find what he seeks, for there is murder in his purpose. Melphus must not have control of that power. We must stop him. Ryudo, gotta go away. I'm sorry, I really don't like Gata. What are you doing here, Gata? Ryudo, this was on the door of your old house. Wait at the Plateau of Memories, Melphus. Melphus must be stopped, Ryudo. You must do this for me. You must kill him. We're all in danger while he still lives. He spread his madness for far too long, and you're the only one who can defeat him. I can hear the enemies in the background. It's freaking creepy. Okay. I'm just trying to figure out. Okay. Go ahead and save. Even though I'm only 18 minutes into the episode.